Welcome to Theme Park Map Monday, episode 56. And today it's Thursday, still on lockdown, so still doing these little videos for you. And this one's today's Legoland Windsor in England. Obviously, there's lots of Legolands all over the place. And this is the 2020 map. So Legoland did have a limited opening before lockdown. So, and they did manage to open their brand new world's first Duplo coaster, which actually became the Duplo Dino coaster. Big news for the Lego company and big news for Windsor, having the first one there out of all the Lego parks. Obviously, there's many now. The one at New York's sadly been postponed till 2021. It was due to open summer this year, so that's a bit of a shame. But we go back to the UK, and obviously the big news, revamped of Duplo Valley. Bigger, better than ever. Obviously aimed very much at the young children. Again, billing it as now as my first theme park with the new Duplo Dino coaster. Duplo Playtown, which has been totally redone. Duplo Valley Airport, the little helicopter rides, that's been kind of revamped a bit, smartened up. And don't forget to meet Dexter, their new character. So obviously a nice new character. I was going to be themed around this dog. Got their hashtag building memory, so if you go put it on all the socials, it's always good publicity and good to share. So a few smart tips for the day. Plan your day. The free Lego app. They say we're coming away from maps to apps, and there is Wi-Fi available on site, and it's actually not too bad. Lost parents, try not to lose your parents, kids, because they get a bit worried. Guess with the specific needs, parents swap. No, it doesn't mean you can actually swap your parents. It just means that they swap over when there's real young ones. It's quite a handy thing to have. Most of the big parks kind of originated in the USA. Disney Parks, Universal, works very well. Obviously, there we go, the app. Lots more to get from the app, and obviously scan your barcode. It's all getting very technical with these things. You won't get these on the sort of pre-2014-15 maps, but it's the way it's going. It's all going to go digital. Here we go. And then what to get with your annual passes. Obviously Merlin are always trying to get everyone to annual passes. It's good, it keeps people going back, and it's over there. Lots of little restaurants, snack bars and everything if you're hungry, so you're not going to go hungry there. So they're still okay about taking home food in, so a few picnic stops and that. And shopping, that's the big thing. Big advantages were if you got an annual pass, you can get discount on the shopping, and there's some great Lego products. I mean, that's what actually makes the Lego park so magical, I believe. And obviously with this one, short breaks. 2 hotels, the Legoland Hotel and the Castle Hotel. Both a little on the pricey side for special events and everything. Well worth doing. They do the hotels well, and you've got a bit of early entry to the park. Little swimming pools there as well, and easy access to the park. Both the hotels are right on the park. Nearest sort of attractions are like the Haunted House Party. What else you got there? The new Deep Sea Adventure, and we'll go into that in a bit as well. So obviously we'll open the map up. Quite a sizable park, especially Windsor. Once upon a time, this was Windsor Safari Park, and all this was a safari route around one of the country's most famous safaris. It did actually struggle at one point, and they tried to turn it into a Busch Gardens type theme park with little rides and out of Africa experiences. But to be honest, still on a budget, didn't really do it properly, didn't do it justice, and unfortunately it closed. But fortunately for us, the Lego group took it over, turned it into Legoland. It was then taken over by the Two Swords group, obviously become the Merlin group, and now it's back in the hands of the Lego family, which for 2020 you can already see the improvements, because it's no longer owned by shareholders. Again, it's owned by a family, and they're very proud of their product, proud of what they do. So, and you can see that everything's so much more sparkling, everything's had a paint job, a facelift, the castle looks so much nicer. Miniland sparkles again, the new rides, the revamps. And obviously we'll see a lot more of this over the parks that they now re-own across the whole country, and actually across the whole world, because obviously The Merlin brand is known across the road. So good news all around. Anyway, we'll go back to the map, going to the entrance, big entrance, top of the hill. Always make a point of stopping at the beginning to have a look over. You see over the whole of Windsor. On a good day, you can see the whole of London. So always worth a glance over that, and it shows you how high. You're right on a flight path for Heathrow. You just look directly in front, you see Windsor Castle, and then you can see, say on a good day, even Canary Wharf and stuff. So that's worth doing. You get your own mini land even before you enter miniland. Two basic ways down, either down through to the right or to the left. We tend to always go down to the right, where we go through the land of the Vikings. Nice little rapid ride. And go on that, depending on the weather, because obviously you get wet, cold. You don't want to do that right at the beginning of the day. Then going past to Ninjago World. This was built and created as a whole new world a couple of years ago now. It was one of the biggest investments and projects in the park to that date, and it's really done well. A couple of rides in there. There's one where you can actually be a ninja. Really great rides. Gets quite long queues as it's still fairly new, but well worth doing. So you come out of Ninjago World, you can go to Pirate Shores, classic log ride. Not many of these left in the country now, so well worth doing. A few little rides like the classic pirate boat ride. There's a great play area for the kids. They always had a good play area for the kids, but this one's been revamped again fairly recently. You're going from there down into Castle Land, and they say the castle's had a major, or Knight's Kingdom I think they call it nowadays, and that's had a total revamp. Looks really good. The roller coaster, great little ride, but big part of the great ride is actually through the castle and the slow part. The detail on there is immense. The actual coaster itself is fairly tame, fairly short, but well worth going on. If you got younger ones, obviously there's the Dragon's Apprentice, which is like the small little roller coaster. Again, it's quirky, it's nice, and there's even a few elements in here that you might want to investigate for this season. Well worth going. Go through to the Kingdom of the Pharaohs. That one's, again, it used to be actually a circus land. There is another video you might want to check out on the channel where we've got a lot of comparisons between the 1996 opening and the 2020 opening, where it's got some details and some pictures and videos of the circus land. These were actually circus big tops here, which is now a ride, and all these were circus themed little rides around here as well. It's obviously got more explorer wise now. It's a nice update. Circuses become a bit kind of like old-fashioned, and a lot of bad publicity with some of the rogue circuses, animals being used and abused. So now Cirque du Soleil has kind of taken over the niche on circuses, so we probably don't need that edge at Legoland. Then you go through to Heart Lake City. This again was created from what was just a normal sort of Lego Town, I think they called that one, and this was created for the hugely popular Lego Friends. Obviously, if you were generally boys age 8 and above, you are not going to be interested in Lego Friends at all. Hugely popular with little girls across the world, a bit of a phenomenon. And the Lego Friends actually come out, meet and greet, and do shows. They do little shows off season and a big show on Heart Lake City. In that, they kind of still share it with the Lego Pirates. Lego Pirate Show is phenomenal. I mean, it's world-class show. They're really good. It's comical, it's entertaining, and there's some cracking stunts. When you look at it, you can watch them and think, yeah, I could jump off that tower. Try it. Don't do it. So that's a cracking show to see as well. Obviously you got the Mia's Ride over here, part of the Lego. It's quite basic but fun anyway. One of the sort of spinning disc rides. Not as good as Cobra at Chesington, but again, you're catering for a younger audience really with Legoland, so well worth doing. Go on to Adventureland, another one of the wave surfer rides. It's a good ride. It's quick, but it's fun. And then, like say, the two big hotels virtually next door to each other. Worth staying in if you can budget allows. We stayed in the one in Denmark. We haven't stayed the ones in here. We had a good look around, a bit of a tour of both these hotels. Very nice, but the Legoland Denmark one was cracking. Really was good. So I'd recommend staying in there. You got little kids. They'll do it. You won't feel bad about that at all. Here we've got what was the submarine ride, Journey to Atlantis, and now it's a Lego City. It's called, what do they call that now? The Deep Sea Adventure. It's all been revamped and changed for the 2020 season. Much nicer outside, much more appealing. They've kind of enhanced the queue area. Big improvement. The ride inside is very similar to what it was, but still worth a go. You know, it's Submarine. What can be wrong with that? And going through into the rest of Lego City, the brand new investment for last year, which had a few teething problems, but now seems to be sorted out with the Haunted House Monster Party. It's great. It looks good. It's quirky. It's fun. It's definitely worth doing. It's suitable for pretty much all ages. You've got the old classic favourites when you get into Lego City, like the boating school, and then you've got the driving school where you can actually purchase your own driving license. Doesn't actually mean the kids can drive you home unless you're really tired and you want them to, but still got to watch out for the law. You got the Fire Academy, Balloon School, all in that area. Again, it's quirky. And then we go through to, let's go to the new part, Duplo Valley. New ride for 2020, and there it is, the Lego Duplo Dino Coaster. Again, you can see a full thing on our videos, on our website, we haven't got a website, on the YouTube channel. And it's got the whole of this ride and this area, and the very popular fairytale brook, which you can't actually see on here. There's your fairytale brook. Again, that's been done up. It's been probably better landscaped for the new season, so it looks fresher and cleaner and nicer. So that's worth going on as well. Not actually open this early in the season ordinarily, but open later. The Duplo Valley, the big waterworks. On a hot summer's day, this gets packed, but yeah, your kids that. So for the end of the day, they're going to get wet, they're going to get soaked, they're going to have a great time, so let them enjoy it just before home time. And finally going into Imagination. Now, Imagination is where you've got the 4D cinema. They're changing the films on there regularly. There's normally 3 or so films going every day, so worth doing, 1 or 2 each visit. They're always good fun and a nice bit of relaxation sitting down and undercover for a little while. Unfortunately, like a lot of British parks, there's not a lot of cover at Legoland, so they're not ideal for the wet weather days, although you'll find half a day's stuff to do, I expect. Actually, I lied about that being the last. Miniland was the centerpiece of every single Legoland in the world. Then added a couple of years ago America, and then they've done some nice big models of like China, Russia, Australia, so alongside the American base. So, and then you've got all the traditional stuff that's always been there from across Europe. Stunning models of London. I think this is their focal point, really, where you've got the recreations of all the top buildings in London, and you just kind of kneel down, get down to kids level and look across that, and it is visually stunning. So back we go up to the main entrance. Always there's like the biggest Lego store here, which just is happy to take your money. Let's say if you got a Merlin annual pass, you're going to get a bit of discount, so head there and get something to take home and just keep the adventure going when you're at home. So that pretty much covers it for 2020. We're not sure exactly when it's going to be open again. No doubt, just keep an eye on the social media channels. They'll all be opening to like a huge welcome when they do. For now, do what they say. Stay in, stay safe. It's Thursday, so more important than this is it's the everyone out at 8 o'clock in Britain. I'm not sure how this goes across the world, but in Britain we got the National Health Service. They're working their butts off to keep us safe. And finally, they're getting the applause and adoration they deserve. So 8 o'clock, 8 p.m, get out there, applaud them, scream, whoop, holler, make as much noise as possible, because it's going to be a regular Thursday occurrence. Employ you to do that. That would be great. Thanks for watching this. Look forward to hearing you clapping outside. This is it for today. Hopefully we'll see you again tomorrow for another episode of Theme Park Map Monday on any day. Take care. See you soon. Bye-bye.